How can one of us down and nobody is talking apart from Abarebe or somebody? Who is the Igbo that is talking? Who is the Igbo that you can compare to Tinubu? I can give you many Yoruba that are similar to Tinubu. I can give you many Aboki that are similar to Tinubu. Give me Igbo one, way similar. Everybody is negotiating for their pockets and the beauty. Association.
This particular footage is causing so much problem on the internet. Why did Isaac Fayose say this? We know he's not new to controversies, but this particular statement have now brought up so much implication that he is being dragged by not only Igbos, he is being dragged by the big names like Cubana chief priest. What happened? What is his clapback in this particular issue? Let's get into this video, guys. Like and subscribe to this channel. We need you guys to subscribe. A lot of you are watching but not subscribing. Let's get into the video. Since the electoral reform protest started, that's like 2 days back, there has been so much debt that have been poured in public. So many controversies have been going on. Some have been a little bit hush-hush, while others have been loud. You could remember that yesterday or day before yesterday, Very Dark Man was being dragged for not coming out. A lot of people said whatever they want to see. They even turned the protest into a fiasco where they are now calling out people that don't want to come out and protest with them. Very Dark Man even had to say they should leave his people, leave the Ratel gang out of this, that they will come out when they feel like the time is right and they are doing it rightly. So all this didn't just happen. All of these statements didn't just come out of a sudden. It was a cumulation of so many aggravating things that have been happening in the behind that eventually is now coming into limelight. So Fayose went on K-Hikers, a particular platform where people come, they talk about social issues, relationship and everything. Then he now went straight to the point, pointing out a particular ethnic group in Nigeria called the Igbos, clapping back at them for not actually supporting this particular process. Instead, they are supporting Tinubu in some extent. Some of their big names like Chief Priest and Cubana Chief Priest have been among the old Flyboy gang. They want to feel among their, and he is now stating that he feels like Igbos in general are kind of greedy, that they are all about money. Let it not come from me. Hear him as he says this in his particular video.
Obi Cubana's appointment as the city boy ambassador. What's your take on it?
Yes, last night I think the Igbos are angry with me. I'm so sorry. My children are Igbo. I went to Anambra for my wine carrying. I'm a born polygamist. I have 2 wives, white and black. And I'm blessed the black one is from Igbo, Anambra, Ajali, Orumba North local government. So I'm partly Igbo. But Igbos are the most greedy Nigerians you can ever meet. We have activists in Nigeria. We have a guy called Sunday Igbo. Igbo Osha. Yes, sir. He's back home now. They even want to give him 2,000 title. Yes. We have bandits, Fulani headsmen, chancing us from the north. There is still one man called Sheikh Gumi. You still say, no, they need money, leave them. Leave them. It's because no education. We have another guy called Kanu Unamdi. Where is he? Is he in Sokoto? And your brothers Obi Cubana are wearing a mandate that they cannot use a political power to negotiate and bring their brother out. I didn't say you should fight, but you are a corridor of power. You give me this, I wear your cap, you release my brothers. You see, and I don't know their source of wealth. You can trace my own wealth. I'm a billionaire and I'm worth 11 million pounds. You can chase it. I can tell you step to step. So, Cubana chief priest, I don't know how a barman can be that rich. And when you see the Igbos, they are used to Rolls Royce, fast, big life, build big house in their village. They won't go there. When they go, they will go and oppress the village. They will say, I had fun. They are oppressors. I'm richer than many of them. But I'm very simple. I don't have police. I work alone. I'm with my brother today. I go anywhere alone. So you see, the moment you decide to be selfless, you will be able to help others. Look at yesterday we are protesting. Obi was there alone, the only Igbo man there. Other people are there, but his brothers, they don't collect car. They are selfish. That's why they are marginalized, and they will continue like that. They are cheap to buy. If you want to buy cheap Nigeria, Igbo is number one. I'm sorry, forgive me. You know, my children are Igbo too, so you can't tell me I'm tribalistic. I can one of us down, and nobody is talking apart from Abarebe or somebody. Who is the Igbo that is talking? Who is the Igbo that you can compare to Tinubu? I can give you many Yoruba that are similar to Tinubu. I can give you many Aboki that are similar to Tinubu. Give me Igbo one, way similar. Everybody is negotiating for their pocket and the beauty.
Thank you.
From these particular statements that Fayose made, I won't say it's 100% wrong, but the only place where I find fault in is when you generalize statements. Even in that crowd, you cannot tell me that there were not other Igbo people there. The only problem is that when it comes to situations like this, the big names from the Igbo culture are usually very calm. They don't want to come out and say anything. And most of the time, they do this for very, very political and business reasons. Money misguided reasons. When he talks about people like Cubana chief priest and chief priest himself that accept to work with Tinubu in this particular process, he is not trying to like point out the general populace. These particular big names who are the ones that push the front runner for the Igbos and paint a narrative about the Igbo people, they are the one painting the Igbo name bad. I personally feel like in a situation like this, if the Igbos, the big names, were to come out and actually say that Tinubu is not trying in this particular aspect or another aspect, instead of just keeping quiet and letting things spoil, Nnamdi Kanu is in jail. Nobody is talking about him. The big names in the community that are supposed to talk about him, they are buying into this particular field. They are buying into what Tinubu wants, just for financial and their personal pockets. They are not thinking about the general populace. That is where Fayose is pointing out in this statement. I don't like it when people feel like a particular thing can be brought out and pasted in every other person's face. No, I will not partake in that, because there are so many people that are against this. And secondly, don't forget that these rich guys, their voices are usually louder. If Cubana chief priest comes and says something, he is not speaking for every Igbo person on earth. He is barely just speaking for his own self and his pocket. But based on the fact that these loud voices are the one pushing this narrative, it tends to feel like all others are just like him. That is where the issue becomes very, very, very difficult to defend. How can you defend your culture where somebody can do something wrong, but based on the person is being hailed, everybody is hailing the person, you want to dance to the gallery. You don't want to lose friends. Nobody right now will talk against Cubana chief priest from the east, because they don't want to become enemies with him. They don't want to lose friendship with him. And this is very, very wrong. So after Fayose said this, Cubana chief priest clapped back. Don't forget that he didn't call anybody's name while he made this statement. He only pointed out the ills in the Igbo culture. But then Cubana chief priest, because he's one of the people that Tinubu have appointed to be among all the big boys, let them come and defend me, he ran out to come and defend him. And guess what he defended him with? The same thing that Fayose was pointing at, with greed. His own pocket. He went straight out and started defending Tinubu by saying that he has money. He posted a picture which he took with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and he now captioned it saying, "You can never make it into this room. The picture alone is worth more than 20 million pounds. What does that mean? What the fuck does this mean? Who cares about the amount of money that the picture worth? This is so materialistic." Well, let me continue. I can understand the tears. Asiwaju 2027, you can't do anything about it. You want make I do miracle for you, for Nigeria. You see, he's already even talking against the same Nigerians that he claims to be fighting for. Whether you want make it do miracle for we Nigerians. So you know we Nigerians, we need a miracle, you know. But yet, the so-called person that is bringing us down, that is who you are supporting. You want make I do miracles for you Nigeria. You and your useless family had power for 8 years. What could you people do for your states? Nothing. I can hit my chest and tell you I've contributed and built greatly the hospitality and visibility. Bro, I don't even want to read the rest of this stuff. This rest of this stuff are just mere rubbish. Your first statement that you made have completely confirmed what Isaac Fayose was saying. Now, you continuing by saying, do you want us to do miracle for Nigerians? This is what Cubana Chief Priest said. I know we don't expect the most brilliant thing to come out from Cubana Chief Priest, but he didn't think this well. He didn't think this well at all. Putting these statements all together isn't making me happy at all. Because when I think about it, some of the things that are true that I don't want to be true, I don't want them to be true. But if you think about it and you now start finding out that most of these things that are being said about some of these Igbo men is actually true. Though I will never generalize, but when you see the character traits in some of these Igbo men that claim to love their community, meanwhile the ones that actually need the help are crying, you will now tend to find out what's really going on. Don't forget that Very Dark Man was dragging B-Lord for his business conduct, the way he saps out all the glass grains of the people that patronizes him. And don't forget that most of the people that patronize him are from the east. His main office is in Oka. People still fought against Very Dark Man for saying the truth. Somebody will add over 100% profit in his business with open eyes and claim to be a good person. Yet you still see some people who clap for him. Now when it comes to this Cubana Chief Priest matter, that he is now supporting somebody that is oppressing his own people, claiming that he wants to open businesses, that Tinubu will give him money, he will earn more loans. Like, oh my God. This is not telling well on most of these rich Igbo men at all. I don't know what Obi Cubana is doing there. You cannot fight for your people, do the kind of negotiation that will free Nnamdi Kanu. No, you just keep quiet and continue to post, hey, come and buy from me, come and making money. No, now, you cannot make money when people cry. Just look at the reply that Fayose now eventually replied Cubana Chief Priest.
Thank God, say I no be Igbo by tribe. That tribe, they are so easy to buy. You just hold money and power, they will follow you like puppy dog. You know, forgetting Nnamdi Kanu for Chokoto prison. But our Yoruba, our own Igbo shall don't come. They don't clear him. And all his sins are forgiven. Now he's going to take royal title from Ile-Ife. But your own Nnamdi, Ide Shokoto, and all of you come they wear a mandate cap. What a tribe. Thank God say I no be Igbo. Ope make I stay my Yoruba jeje. Eshe.
He also dropped another reply, but this one was very, very specific at Cubana Chief Priest. I will add that in the bonus clip at the end of this video, so watch till the end. This particular sentiment that I have about what Cubana Chief Priest said, I want to let you know that it is not just I alone. So many Igbos, like real Igbo people, have actually come out to make statements talking against the mindset or the portraying that Cubana Chief Priest is making of other Igbo people in the eyes of the public. Some people are trying to clarify that it is just the elites that are doing this, that the common Igbo man on the street does not support what they are doing one bit. Here is one of the video.
Cubana Chinchin, the biggest problem where you get to say the only reason why Cubana Chinchin is supporting city boys now because say money no pure. Person with money no pure. If your money is not pure, that is why you will be supporting your oppressors. People who are oppressing Nigerians, oppressing Igbos, oppressing your brothers and sisters in the village. Your villagers are suffering. You are supporting city boys. It will confusion as your belly. Now so your confusion day. You are a disgrace to Igbos. Because your money is not pure. If your money is pure, you will not support your oppressors. You will not support those who have made your people to go backward. We are not ready in this country. We are not ready. Your money is not pure.
And I am very sure that a lot more in the streets have this same mindset, have this same concept too. So that is the only reason why we say Fayose is a little bit wrong in the statement where he generalizes it. Yes, we understand that people are like this. many Igbo elites, some Igbo elites or many Igbo elites are like this, but not everybody. People are literally suffering. But the voices of those people can never be heard because they don't have the platform that Cubana Chief Priest has. When Cubana Chief Priest even made another post comparing Fayose to his son, to his own son, to his sisters, he now clapped back. He now made a video telling him to calm down. And this is the bonus clip. But anyways, like and subscribe to this channel once again. We post videos like this. Thanks for watching to this extent. This is the bonus clip. And we'll see you on the next video.
I just come online now because he say Cubana Chief Priest don't shit for plates. Cubana Chief Priest, what's your problem? Yeah, we are not on the same league. No, you can't compare day and night. You are a little boy. Even people where they follow when they were coming up. Now for my club for Lekki Phase 1, then they rock. Wizkid, Davido, Tubaba. Go and ask them. When you are little, when you never reach London before, I don't get club for London. 1998 to 2002. When I moved back to Nigeria, Army's Guard was the first indigenous marine security in the whole of Nigeria. You just get money overnight, your head won't scatter you. They compare with your son. Say, my son, my wife, by the time we had it, okay, go and rest. You don't measure people by how much they throw in the party or the kind of whatever. My first resort hotel in Ibadan, 2004, Limaville, very popular. Ask anybody. Where were you that time? Maybe you they put your CV together to go and apply to be a barman in Obi Cubana's club. We don't see people like you. We don't come up before. Adebende, yo. We don't see Fred Ajudua. So many people don't come up. When you jump up, you come down. If we are in a normal country, where then they check wealth, you go day jail by now. Hush Puppy do more than you. Is now in America, in prison. We don't know the source of your wealth. So come on, keep your mouth shut and enjoy what you they enjoy. People where you they roll with now, with due respect to Mr. President, when he was a governor, my own brother too was a governor. you can imagine. Oh, come on. Calm down, Sempe. You don't need to write all this rubbish, a peaceful poem. No, you don't need to prove yourself. We know who you are. So stop right there. No regret for my statement about the Igbos that they are easy to buy because they are money driven. That is it. No regrets. I don't talk am. If you like, as you don't big fat, make you bust. Now your problem with that. Well, bro.